Um, oh, there's people watching already. Thank you. I'm just, gonna go live on my phone because it's a little better, I think. And I'm gonna take questions. Um, Let me see. Oh yeah, I don't want to cut my guitar off, so I'm just setting up real quick. Impromptu live. If you have any questions, please ask them. I'll try to answer them. Let me see if I can see the guitar back here. I might have to lower the stand a little bit here so you can see my guitar. Let me try it right now. Oh, a little low. So how's everybody doing today? I'm going to be trying to do these sessions more often where you can answer questions. So, hey, how's it going over there? Jeremy, I might have to raise my seat up a little bit just so you can see me a little better. Let me do that right now. I'm going to use my stool instead of my chair like this. Let me get that. So, send me some questions right now, everybody. I'm going to be talking about this book that I have out now, Chords at Your Fingertips. A bunch of different things. I'd like to thank all my new patrons that joined this week. Let me move this chair back here a little bit. Okay. Ooh. So, something's happening. Everything's okay. I'm here. Some drama here. Trying to set up. Because you know what? When you go to YouTube, you can't really just like start streaming. It's just like you got to adjust your camera and stuff like that. At least in my case. So I have my guitar here, my 7-string guitar. So if you have any questions about this, let me know. Oh, you know what? I don't know John Mayer chord progressions by heart. Actually, let me see who that was. I think that was Jack. Let me see. Let me see what's going on here. I'm going to try to see who's chatting with me. I can't see them all at the same time. Maybe I can go on my other computer. Let me ask my my associate. Can you pass me my computer? And I'll take questions. I can see what the comments are better when I have my computer at the same time. So I'm trying to see the live chat and see who's talking right now. Oh, here you guys go. Hold on, let me see. I got my computer so I can see the live chat. Okay, a good place to start learning jazz guitar is actually, and I'm going to fix my head here. A good place to start playing jazz guitar is with a teacher, actually. So let me go to my live chat here and just look at my channel and look at my live chat so I can see you guys better, your comments better. The phone transmits a lot better, so you guys know. So let me go here real quick and get a stand to put this on. Here you go. So let me see. I'm going to try to take your questions as best I can. So let me see. Hold on. What's going on here? Let me go to my YouTube channel here and just make sure I can see Ron Jackson Music. And then I'm going to answer your questions easier when I see the chat here. Okay. Let me see. I see some questions right here. You like this? Sup, y'all? Hi from the UK. I'm live right now, so let me look at this. I don't want to hear the delay, though. Okay, good. I can see the questions now. Hey, Jeremy, Gerani, CD Sessions, hi. Oh, yeah. How's it going? Great to see you guys. So I'm going to try to answer your questions best I can. I'm going to move back a little bit. Before I do that, I should maybe play a song for you. What do you think of the 1400 Euro Aria Pro? So So I don't know that guitar actually really well. I don't know. I mean, I only have, I've tried Irie guitars before. Actually, I have a couple of Irie guitars, actually, nylon strings here that I use. And, I don't really, I have a couple of their classical guitars. I knew the guy that ran the company. I was an endorser for a while. I don't even know if he's alive. His name was Shiro Arai. And he was a great guy. And I started endorsing them like about 20 years ago. And I got free guitars from him, and he's a really cool guy. So, but I don't even know if he was alive because he was pretty old back then. In like around 2000. He was a real cool guy, and I like the guitars basically. So if you want to play jazz guitar, everybody, you should actually definitely get a guitar teacher. It's really important to do that. When I was a kid trying to learn how to play jazz, it was cool, but I needed guidance because it's hard to hear the chords and all that other stuff. Okay, and you need to really get a I don't want to say a real book, but start learning tunes. Because a real book is kind of a crutch actually, because what happens is you start looking at all these books, and then you have to remember the tunes. You have to remember what they sound like. So you have to get that stuff in your ears. So it's very important to get a teacher to help you with this stuff. So I didn't really have a teacher until I went to Berklee College of Music and got my butt kicked, by all these great guitarists. So I went to see a Joe Pass workshop. He was a monster, that guy. He had a lot of interesting things to say. But the most important thing is to learn tunes, get a teacher, listen to records and transcribe solos and learn, phrases in licks, I call them, or jazz riffs. Let me see. There's some other questions. Someone says, I like music. That's good. So I don't know the $1,400 Aria Pro 2, but they sound like good guitars to me. So you know what? So the last time I actually touched a guitar was actually Sunday because, and I had a bunch of gigs last week. So, we can talk a little bit about warming up. So this is my 7-string guitar. If you have any questions about this, let me know. And it's an Eastman AR A10CE 7-string. Can never remember that damn name. So it has 7-string. I'm doing a little warm up right now where I'm actually doing chromatics. 4 notes. And doing a 4 adjacent finger a lick. So what I'm doing, and I'm doing a tremolo at the same time. What's your favorite drop 2 voicings or fancy root subs? Well, I mean, I love some of these drop 2 voicings I use for minor 7 flat 5. That was actually a drummer boy. You're a drummer, huh? Wow, I didn't know drummers play guitar. So if I'm one of the hardest drop 2 voicings is actually the let's do a D minor 7 flat 5. Okay, what I do is this. You should know all your drop 2 voicings for a minor 7 flat 5 or any chord actually. Hey, how's it going? So you should be able to do this. So this is the 5th string root. Okay, and you should be able to do it on the 4th string root. I actually have these written out on my printables page on I actually sell these on my printables page in versions. Actually, I'm actually have to put those up this week on my website, rodjacksonmusic.com. So all the inversions of all the chords, you should know them from all the roots. Minor 7 flat 5. So let's say I'm playing here. They're hard here. Okay. See that? They get the weird fingers on the 6th string. Oh yeah, looking great. Sound great. Thank you. So you can use that over that minor 7 flat 5 over a minor 6 or dominant 7th? Yeah. Actually, just so you guys know, okay, the minor 6 chord is actually is the same thing as a minor 7 flat 5. Okay, it has the same exact notes. They're the same inversions. Two names for the same chord. Okay, so if you look carefully, it looks like a 6 chord, an F minor 6 chord here. So they're basically interchangeable, okay? Yeah, you're welcome. So I use this a lot. And also diminished is really easy to play off the minor 7 flat 5, so I'll just substitute. Okay, I like to do that a lot. Or diminished from the roots. Okay, etc. So you should definitely know your inversions, your drop twos. Let me see. 2-5-1 substitution for each chord. That's Marty Mooney. And inversions for us, please. Maybe G or C. So 2-5-1 substitution. So if you're doing for let's say you're doing let's do G minor to F7, something a little different. So you know what? Let me take out my 6-string guitar so you guys can understand a little bit better. Here's my 6-string. Let me pull that out. So I have my D'Angelico. I'd like to thank D'Angelico Guitars for giving me a 6-string guitar. Let me show you something before I forget. I have some of these banners to show you guys. Can you play a jazz progression for practice purposes that's a little bit more advanced than 2-5-1? Sure. So let me see something here. Let me pull out my guitar first. So this is my D'Angelico XL1 that D'Angelico actually gave me as an artist sponsor. Okay, I'd like to thank Justin and everybody, D'Angelico New York, for this nice D'Angelico. So it's a little easier for people to follow this when I'm teaching them, because most people don't play 7-string. So I'm just tuning this up right now. So someone was asking about 2-5s and substitutions. Let's do that real quick first. So when I'm playing a 2-5, let's say G minor 7 to a C7. But there's a lot of ways you can substitute that, okay? So I'm doing G minor 7, C7, to F major 7. Now, I mean, first one thing you can substitute is just like the basic notation. You don't have to play like a real straight minor 7. You can play minor 9 to a 13 to a 9. Okay. Another thing I like to do, you can make it into a minor 2-5, because remember, you don't have to play a straight 2-5 over a chord progression. You could just play. I'm gonna move this back a little bit so you guys can see my head cut off as much. And is that better? Let me fix this a little bit. Okay, that's maybe a little better. What I'm doing is this. I'm trying to show you substitutions. So I'm going to go like this. Let me move this chair over. So I'm doing 9 to a 13 to a F major 7 9. Then I can just make it minor 7 flat 5. Oh, Angel. Yeah, he saw me on Marty Sports. My daughter's doing good. You can check her out, Lucia Jackson. So I like to alter my chords a lot, so you guys know. If I'm doing a 2-5, I don't have to play a straight minor, a 2-5-1. I can go. I lowered the 5, kept the 9. Sharp 5 here. Change that to like a Lydian chord or something, So that's another another reharmonization. Also, you can use tritone substitutions like this. When I did it, I just played like a minor 7 flat 5, or just straight minor, and then a G flat 7, which is a tritone substitution for the C, a tritone away. Okay, like that. Okay, you can do that. Okay, so what I just did is a 2-5, minor 2-5, tritone substitution. Yeah, I played fusion before. So let me look at some of these questions. So I'm going to try to do some more complicated progressions in a minute. So some good complicated progressions are like Wayne Shorter tunes, things like that. I'm going to have to pull my real book out to look at a couple in a second. Let me look at these questions first. Oh yeah, what's the uses of classical melodic minor in jazz? So that's a great question, guys. So someone's asking about the melodic minor. Oh yeah, Angel, just so you know, if you want to take lessons with me, go to my website. Angel's asking about that. It's ronjacksonmusic.com. It's actually already on my page here if you want to take lessons, okay? Let me see if I can find those banners. I might have to have my assistant help me here. Oh yeah, here it is. So if you want to take lessons with me, you can take lessons with me actually on Patreon. Okay. I'd like to thank all the new patrons that joined this week. Actually, oh, new patron alert! Oh, thank you for Christopher P. Oh, great, Christopher just joined. Thank you. So yeah, Christopher just joined my Patreon. So it's www.patreon.com/ronjacksonmusic. You can get lessons actually for $3. You get one lesson a month for $3 for free, and then if you get $9 a month, you get like 3 lessons and more. I usually get more. 25, you get unlimited. And I also do workshops because when I do this kind of workshop right now, it's like it's kind of limited. And also, I'm going to be doing a special event this weekend featuring my book, Chords at Your Fingertips, from Acoustic Guitar. I'm a writer for Acoustic Guitar magazine, so you can get this book from Acoustic Guitar through me, actually, and I can autograph it for you. And it comes with video and all kinds of shit, all kinds of stuff. Sorry, all kinds of stuff. Sorry about that. I almost said something bad. And so it's a great book. Let me see. Let me look at this now. Yeah, I still teach, Angel, so you know. So you can contact me here at ronjacksonmusic@gmail.com. So let me see. So the classical minor scale, the melodic minor. Let's go over that. I get a lot of questions here. So I give lessons, everybody, if you want. I've gotten quite a few students off of YouTube actually recently from all this. So let me show you the melodic minor. So melodic minor is very important, everybody. Okay. So let's go through let's just do a different key. Let's do F melodic minor. So now in jazz, so I'm playing F melodic minor all over the neck, okay? It's kind of hard to talk and play, but anyway. So what's happening is F melodic minor, or melodic minor in jazz we call it the jazz melodic minor or the real melodic minor. Okay, I had a video that came out a few days ago about this, actually. It goes through all the melodic minor modes. So in classical, they raise, it goes up like, so the intervals is 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Okay, the key of F is basically F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D, E, and F, okay? And now in classical, when they go back down, they lower it, which I think is kind of strange. See that? Now backwards they go. Now, but in jazz, we keep it all the same. So when you're practicing on guitar, remember to always be able to play it all over the neck anywhere. Now, I'm just basically playing up and down the scale, but you should be able to play these in different patterns. I just did an article on acoustic guitar, magazine, for the January-February issue on the melodic and harmonic minor modes, okay? But we didn't really talk about, we talked about the scale more than modes. So in jazz, these are very important because we play them over a lot of fancy chords. So the first mode of the melodic minor, okay, is actually called, just the melodic minor. So you can play that over a minor major 7 chord or a minor 6 chord because it has the notes in there. It has the minor major 7th there. So you should be able to play these chords in different ways all over the guitar neck. Things like that, you know what I mean? Every kind of voicing you possibly can. Not only from the root, but from any kind of interval or anything like that, okay? So a classic major scale. Oh, that's a good question. This comment, here's the thing, everybody. In classical, you're limited to the way your scales are played. So here's a typical C major classical. I have to think about this. I haven't played the guitar in a couple days, just so you know. Doesn't really matter. I just need to get warmed up a little bit. So the classical C major is like this. I should do a video about this too, man. It's like this. They teach you that it's a really cool scale. It's good for actually pivoting your fingers. I used to practice this just for technique, for pivoting my fingers. Okay, but what happens is when you want to really learn how to play the C major scale, you gotta be able to play this all over the neck like this. See how I'm jumping around the neck? I can play it on one string. I'm just basically messing around. So I'm just basically playing up and down the neck. They don't teach you how to play the C major scale in classical like that. So I have this system that I learned from Berkeley where you play all 8 fingerings. There's 8 fingerings that connect up the neck like this. Let me show you real quick. I'll do it really quick. So here's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. And they double, okay? So that covers the whole neck. And I actually have that written out. If you go to my website at www.ronjacksonmusic.com, those are all the 8 fingerings. It's a lesson that I teach. It has the tabs and everything. You can learn all 8 fingerings. And if you go this week, you get 20% off my website until the end of the week on everything, including my books and everything. And it's use code Sunday, okay? Use code Sunday, and you get 20% off everything on my website, including this book, Chords at Your Fingertips, okay? That's very important. You have to be able to play your scales up and down the neck without getting lost, okay? So let me look at some more questions here. And that's only the key of C, just so you know. So you're going to be able to play this in any key. So in the key of F. Sorry, I'm talking too much. Key of F, key of, any key. I mean, in jazz, you play all in different keys. So let's get back to the melodic minors. There's a bunch of questions here. Let me see what's going on here. So the melodic minor, we're going to get into that some more a little bit. I'm 50. I really want to learn jazz. Where do I start? So that's a great question. I'm going to answer all your questions a little bit in a second. So one at a time. So if you're 15, get a teacher and start listening to records. Like I always tell people, when I went to Berkeley, the first thing that taught me is the real book. So I have the real book right here. Let me show you the real book. So the real book is really cool. It's a cool book, but that doesn't teach you how to play jazz. You're just looking at tunes. And most guitar players these days don't even know how to read, unfortunately. I know how to read notation. And the reason why I use tabs is because most of my guitar students don't know how to read. So it's important to learn how to read. So I have the William Levitt book. I don't have it handy right now. But it's a great book. That's how I learned all my reading skills and chords and everything. And it's a great book. It's important to know tabs just to show you somebody how to play something, put the finger on the right string. But, the most important is to get a teacher, because when I was a kid, I was self-taught. So I thought I knew how to read. I knew all these chords, but I really didn't. When I went to Berkeley, I got my butt kicked. These guys from Japan going in there, going crazy, I was like, oh my God, these guys are playing jazz. And I was like, oh my God, I got to practice. So I would practice for hours and hours and hours and hours, and I used to practice about 5 to 8 hours a day, and I had good teachers, and I still study actually. I study with a drummer right now, and I studied over the years with. I took a workshop with Joe Paz. I had some great teachers at Berkeley. I studied with Rodney Jones. I've hung out with George Benson. Studied with Melvin Sparks, Bucky Pizzarelli, Pat Martino. Who else? There's some people I could have studied with, and I didn't. I should have taken that up, like Jim Hall. There's a bunch of people I could have studied with that I should have studied with too. That I regret not studying with. They passed away. So it's good to learn from teachers. That's the best thing to do, actually. So if you're 15, start like that. Now let me see. Do I ever play jazz fusion? Sure. You're getting your first bass. Okay, let me answer the next question. Then I'm going to get to your question too. So, I love BB King, so you know. And so someone, Greg Hollins was asking about that. Masha, how many hours a week do you recommend practicing? I recommend practicing as many hours as possible. Like, you know what? I'm so busy with my social media and business and stuff that I've been working on that right now. But I really need to practice. If you can, the most important thing about practice, everybody, it's not about how many hours you practice. It's about consistency. You should practice something every day. Okay, if you need to learn something new, practice it once. Practice even 10 minutes a day. But do something every day. Pick up the guitar. Okay, whatever instrument you might be playing today. Some guitar players, people watching me aren't even guitar players today sometimes. So, so just pick up the guitar, okay, and play every day. Now, let me see. Here's another thing. Ranks, gaming. How do you mix every scale and sound? How to mix scales and sound better? So you know what, everybody? I want to tell you an exercise. So when you're playing, let's say you're playing let's just take a real simple tune like a blues. So I'm in the key of F. So when I'm playing through a song like that, now I have a lot of options, but what I like to do is I like to do this thing called the continuous scale exercise. So when I'm playing over the chord, I'll go like this, F. Now when I'm at the B flat, and then I just keep playing the scale all the way through until the next chord. F dominant. Now G, C7, F, C7, F dominant, B flat, F dominant, B flat dominant, B diminished, D7, C7. What I'm doing is I'm doing a continuous scale that goes to the chords. I need to get my assistant to help me set up the sound system here. Hold on one second. Can you set up the speaker, please? Yeah, it's from behind the curtain here. So, everybody, what's going to happen is I'm going to try to show you how this is actually done with a play along to my computer. So basically, if you want to mix your scales up, you got to be able to go, you know, through the chords and just change them. Change the actually the chord scale during the song without getting lost. Okay. So no. Okay. So someone's asking. This is a good question. I'm going to get the other questions too. So when I'm actually going to the next chord, I'm not. It doesn't matter which note I'm on. I just want to make sure I get to the right scale. I'm not really targeting any kind of other notes. You know what I mean? I'm just actually going. When I get to the B flat, same on F7. Now when I get to the B flat, I'll be on the 13. Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm actually trying to target the notes and make sure that I actually, you know, land on some kind of chord tone or note in the scale. What's going to happen is it'll sound good because it's going to be going by so fast it won't sound like a mistake. Okay. So give me that. So we're setting up my speaker so you can actually hear how this is actually done. So so that's a great question. So that's how you play through scales. Let me see some of these other questions. There's a lot of people watching. Thank you for watching, everybody. And do me a favor. Please follow me and share this stream with your friends and fans. You know, remember, I'm giving you information, and you know, and it's a live stream. But the most important thing is that you practice and you get a live teacher, okay, a real teacher to help you. And I teach as well, and I have students from all over the world, all over the country now. So I appreciate you guys. You guys are great. You know, I'm trying to give you the best information and to help you play as best you can. Okay, so cool. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, so I'm going to show you how this is done. Let me answer a few more questions while I set up the sound system here. So, let me see. Oh, what do you think? Do you think it matters to use the cage system or 3 notes per chord or any other position system? So that's a great question. Kyan Hallows, thank you for answering that question. It's very important to know the cage system, everybody. Just so you know. You should know all your open string chords. You know, I've had students that study with me, even recent students actually. They're like, they don't know their open string chords. I'm like, you don't know open string chords? Like, I mean, you don't know 1-800 for kids. No, I'm just joking. I'm just kidding. So anyway, you don't know the open string chords. So what I'm doing is, all your bar chords come from open string chords, and they call that the cage system. So if I'm playing a C chord, you should be able to play that as a bar chord. What do? Take your 3 fingers that you play the C chord, switch them around, okay, to second, third, or fourth finger, and then move up 1 fret at a time. Okay, so that's the cage system they call it. I don't know. I mean, so there's different names for this. Okay, so your bar chords are very important, and your open string chords are very important. And you should know all your open string chords. D chord, make it a bar chord. Make it a bar chord. E minor, etc., 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 etc. So, thank you. Someone's laughing about 1-800 for kids. Thank you. That's a hit song. So, thank you all the 35 people watching. So, you know, you have to know how that works. So let me test out my sound system real quick. I might need my charger too, so it's in there somewhere, but we'll get that in a minute. So let me charge this, guys. I'm gonna go watch this. Yeah, computer charger. So let me see if this works. It's not on. Yeah, so we're trying the sound system to make sure it's working. Yeah, so we're trying the sound system to make sure it's working.
Okay, you have to mute the computer.
Oh, I see. That's the problem.
No, you have YouTube in there?
Yeah.
So mute it on.
Oh, yeah. Let me mute YouTube right now, everybody. So we don't hear me. How do I mute on YouTube? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna mute me on YouTube. I'm muting me on YouTube. So let me play you a blues song. I'm gonna pick up blues right now and show you how you play the continuous scale exercise. So let me get a C jam blues right now. So let me play that. Okay, play. Is it on? It's off. I'll give it a try.
Hold on. It has to go green.
Yeah.
Maybe you can reach it.
Okay, hold on. Let me try this. Okay, so here, everybody. So here's a C blues. Here's the continuous scale. So you see what I did? I actually just played through the scale, through the changes, just like that, okay? So that's an exercise I actually teach my students. It's called a continuous scale exercise. So you're actually playing through the chords. Now it's just an exercise. You know, it teaches you how to play the changes and hear the changes, and also change your scale when you get to go through the changes, okay? Let me adjust this phone a little bit. So it's a really cool exercise. I mean, I learned that. I don't know who I learned that from, but it's a really great exercise if you really want to get your scale playing together and your chord scales and all that stuff. So let me look at some more questions here. Thank you everybody for attending my impromptu workshop here. Let me see some more questions here. First starting bass. You got your first bass. John Prescott says he got his first bass a few days ago. To start, he's excited to get practicing. So what routine would you first do for a first month practicing 1 to 4.5 to 2 hours a day? John, work on your scales, okay, and start learning tunes. And also work on technique. I actually play bass also. You know, work on alternate, you know, strumming with your fingers. You know, these are your two main fingers when you use bass, okay?
Play banjo.
Yeah, I play banjo too, but not really. So yeah. You know, and also work on your scales on the bass. I have a bass over here, but it's kind of hard to take out with all this going live right now. So that's a great question, John. Paul Smith, well, this is a surprise treat. Thank you, Paul. Now, let me see. That was John Prescott. What scales? Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me see this is question. What scales work for every chord? Is there a go-to scale for every chord? Oh, so okay. Now let me pick a more complicated song. Okay. Oh, someone's asking more about more complicated progressions. So let's pick a song like a Wayne Shorter song. Okay, let's pick Fee Fi Fo Fum. If you have your real book out, go get it out. That's like a kind of a complicated jazz song that a lot of New Yorkers play. Fee, Fi. Here it is. So Fee Fi Fo Fum is has a lot of chords in it. So if I'm playing first, depending how fast the chord is going by, this is very important, everybody. A chord that goes every 2 beats is really hard to play over because it's going by so fast. So when I usually play a chord that goes by 2 beats, I have to usually arpeggiate or something over the chord. Or just keep a note there because there's not much time to do anything unless you play double time, okay? And then so I like to do double time because I hear noise. So so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play Fee Fi Fo Fum. It's a really cool song. I'm gonna get the real book out. Let me show you what it looks like. There's a lot of chords here, and it should be in the real book here. So look at this song. It has a lot of chords in it. I'm going to play it for you. And what happens when I improvise over a chord progression that's this complicated, what I actually do is I actually do a lot of arpeggios and stuff. So I'm going to just I'm not gonna do any exercises right now. I'm gonna play over this. But what happens is I'm gonna play the melody first, then I'm gonna actually improvise over this to let you know how I approach this. I might just break it down to make it simple. I might do arpeggios. I'll do arpeggios. I'll do different kinds of phrasing, so you get an idea how to do this. So let me start out 3, 5, 4, 5. Here we go. So, when I was doing through that, I started trying to do different kinds of ideas through the changes, okay? First, I started doing arpeggios, because there's a lot of chord changes, and they don't make sense, actually, sometimes. It's kind of like a giant steps kind of song. So the song I'm going over right now is Fee, Fi, Fo, Fum, okay? And there's a lot of chord changes there. And some of it's kind of like a giant steps progression like this. Yeah, so it's a kind of a really cool song. Let me look at some of the questions. And what I'm doing is I'm using different techniques. Since there was so many chords, I started using double time phrases instead. So you can use like eighth notes, quarter notes, half notes. Hey. And what's happening is what I do is I start actually doing double time phrases through that to make it more interesting. But if you listen to Wayne Shorter, when this song came out, it wasn't an easy song to play back then in the 60s, I think this came out. And so you have to kind of play more melodic through these kind of changes. But if you want, a lot of guys now just burn through the changes like this. Let me see something here. Let me see some of the questions that are coming up here. So everybody, just to remember, if you're enjoying the session, I'd like to thank my new Patreon today, Mr. Chris P. He just joined my Patreon. So, you can learn all these cool techniques, on my patreon.com, which is www.patreon.com/RonJacksonMusic. And, please join my Patreon. I'm starting to get a lot of fans on followers on there. And if you want to learn guitar and jazz guitar and help with everything like that, let me know. I teach as well. Also, if you like this guitar, this D'Angelico, so you know, I have this on my Amazon store. You know, I sell D'Angelico guitars on my Amazon store. Go to my Amazon store at www.amazon.com/shop/Ron Jackson Music, and you can pick up my guitar there. Yeah, thank you. Someone's saying I have really good. My shorts are really good. I want to answer all your questions right now, everybody. So this is like an impromptu day. So let me do before we keep going. Let me do Fee Fi Fo one more time. Fee Fi Fo Fum, and you know that's based on the Pinocchio series. So I'm going to show you how to do some techniques to that chord change, to those chord changes. So let me turn that back on for a second. There's a lot of chord changes there. So what you do to play over difficult changes, you have to be able to make sure you change your scale. So how long have I been playing guitar? I've been playing guitar since I was 11, a long time. Look me up on Wikipedia. See, I was doing double time there. Then I started doing arpeggios. So for example, there's a lot of chord changes. So another thing, a technique you could use on Fee Fi Fo Fum is actually using arpeggios. Let me try this next chorus like this. I'm going to try to do mostly arpeggios, so you get an idea how to practice this. Well, here we go. So I was hitting a lot of the sevens on top, but also what I was doing was, you know, not trying to hit the root every time you play, and also play an upper register. A lot of guitar players, when they start learning how to arpeggiate chords, they always start real low. They go like this. You know, so it's good to do that if you're a beginner, but you have to be able to play the higher register on the guitar to be able to learn the guitar neck. And also, you start playing all over the neck, etc. Okay? Now, let me look at some more questions. So I have a ton of questions here I need to answer. So, what scale works? Okay, can you show 8 shapes of the major scales? Hey, actually, Alvin, I actually showed that earlier. So go to my website. Actually, no, you have to go to my Patreon and join that, or you have to actually go and pick up the lesson on my www.ronjacksonmusic.com. There, I have a bunch of lessons. You can learn all 8 scales of the major scale fingerings, okay? You can buy the lesson, I think, for a couple of bucks. And I'm having a sale on my website, just so you know. Everything on my website, including this book, Chords at Your Fingertips, that's published by Hal Leonard and Acoustic Guitar Magazine, who I write for. Everything right now is 20% off. on my website. You get an autographed copy. This book comes with video, tabs, everything. Take a look at this. It has tabs, and it comes with the video as well. And you learn all about chords and everything. And and there's some great writers here. Look at this. So have Adam Levy, Sean McGowan, all these great teachers, including myself, here to learn from this book. Okay, so go to my website. Everything is 20% off until you should get it as soon as you can, because some of these books are running out actually. Let me see what else I have over here to show you, because I have a few missing things here. Oh, also, if you're enjoying this, I'm also taking donations. Just go to my Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. If you learned something new today and you'd like to donate to me, it's not required, but if you'd like to, that would be great. It's www.paypal at Ron Jackson Music, Cash App, and Venmo at Ron Jackson Music. Okay. So thank you very much, and also follow me everywhere. Follow me here if you're not, or subscribe to me here, and I'm TikTok. I have a lot of people over there, and Facebook and Instagram. It's all Ron Jackson Music. Now let me answer some more questions here. So Alvin, I already showed those 8 scales already. The thing I might want to do is you should be able to do that in every key. Oh, thank you, BWG man, BWG Media. He appreciates my videos. Let me see. I'm a little stuck here. My computer's stuck. What's going on here? So I'm trying to look at some of these comments. So let me see. Watching from Africa. Great. How's everybody doing? My computer's stuck. So let me see what's going on here. Okay, G melodic minor over is just good. Melodic minor. Cool. Let me look at some of these comments because my computer just got stuck. Let me see the live chat. Oh. Okay, hold on. Let me see some of the live chat here. Okay, so let me see. Someone from Ghana? Good. From Brazil, thank you. Can other jazz guitar players tell when someone isn't playing jazz? Oh yeah. That's a good question. Ymir, my student. I have a student watching Ymir. He's a great guitar player. And he's like I'm actually half Filipino, for people who don't know. And he's one of my Filipino brothers' students. And Ymir, yeah, I can tell when people can't play jazz, because jazz is actually a language. So so if someone's playing just like, let's say you're playing a song. Let me pick another song. Okay, it's not stuck anymore. I'm so happy. So watch this. Let me pick another song, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Let me pick like a standard. Let me play let me do this song right here. I'm gonna pick The Days of Wine and Roses. I hope they have it here. Oh, let me see that. Days of Wine and Roses. I'm gonna pick a song for you guys, and I'm gonna play it like kind of medium up. Let's put it like a 160. What I'm going to do, everybody, is this. I want to play like someone who doesn't know how to play jazz. So let me start from the beginning. I want to make it a little bit faster. Here we go. So here's how I can tell you can't play jazz. I'm kind of exaggerating, but what happens is, what am I doing here? When someone's not playing jazz, they're actually just like, they're not playing over the chord changes. So they're playing the same scale. I was just playing an F major scale over there are all these chords going through the song of Days of Wine and Roses. Days of Wine and Roses has a lot of chords. Let me see if I have it in this book. Days of Wine and Roses. It might not be in this book actually, but The Days of Wine and Roses. Anyway, so when I'm playing through this song, here's how it should sound. You should sound like you're playing jazz over the chord changes. Let me turn this up a little bit. Here we go. So what I'm doing there is I'm basically just playing jazz lines. I'm not playing anything fancy yet, okay? But you can tell I'm actually playing over the chord changes. I'm using jazz language, okay? I'm using passing tones, licks that I've learned, 2/5s, arpeggios. I mean, I'm using all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff I've learned over the years to play when I'm playing jazz guitar. So someone who knows how to play jazz, they really know the language, and they know I'm using all kinds. Also, the rhythms are very important. So I don't, I'm playing a lot of eighth notes. I'll do triplets, all kinds of different things. I could do double time phrases. At this speed, it's going to be really fast to do double time. Actually, I'm going like at 170, but it's possible. Let me show you how different techniques I can use, and I'll say them out loud when I do that. Ready? Here we go. So eighth notes. Triplet. Eight notes. Triplet. Bebop scale. Bebop. Arpeggio. Triplet. Triplet. Arpeggio. So see all those techniques I just used? I was doing arpeggios, triplets. I was also doing extra things, of course. It's kind of hard to say everything when you're playing. But I know what I'm doing, and I know when I'm not playing stuff correctly. I know, if I play a wrong note, I know it the most. People might not even notice it. And some people might. But to me, I'm my worst critic, too, and you should be, too. So let me get back to the questions before I finish up here, because I got to eat lunch soon. But this has been a great live session, everybody. Now, if you enjoyed this, definitely please follow me and subscribe. Join my Patreon. We had a new patron today. I appreciate you, Chris P. And also, go to my website, ronjacksonmusic.com. Use code Sunday. And this week, you get 20% off everything. 20% off. Use code Sunday. Celebrating 1 year of Sunday Evening Jazz. That's on my Instagram channel. And thank you for all my 25,000 subscribers and followers on Instagram. Let me see this. I have a class in 3 minutes. Oh, sorry, John. There's a lot of questions here. Oh, my God. Hello, jazz is the toughest of all of them. Do you recommend beginner play to start with jazz? Yes, if you're a beginner, start with jazz. I would start with jazz because, there's nothing wrong with starting with jazz. If you start with jazz, it's really, classical is hard too. If you start with classical, that's hard too. So they saw a lot of guys back years ago in classical guitars. So you should definitely start with jazz. Okay, let me see this. That's cool. Can you play any sing-alongs like Wagon Wheel? Yeah, I played G major pentatonic over that just now. Okay. Cheers from Chile. Let me see if there's other questions. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, thank you, Yumir. He thanked me for putting up the... So, someone's asking me about the George Benson picking technique. So, you know what? Let me see. That's Shiva Savananda. So, yeah, I basically use the George Benson picking technique, but it's weird. Recently, I've been straightening out a little bit sometimes. I don't know why. But the George Benson picking technique is basically a sideways technique like this. I hit the string like this. If you watch carefully, my pick is more at this angle. Not straight, but more at this angle. So you get a lot more speed. When I was playing years ago, I studied with Rodney Jones. He helped me with this technique, and I've also hung out with George Benson a lot. At one point back in the in the late '90s, I used to hang out with him. You know, he's taking me out to dinner, and I've been hung out. You know, and hung out with him backstage. And he uses this technique where it's sideways like this. So it's really a weird technique. Sometimes I start straightening out because some of you need to first, if you want to use the George Benson picking technique, you need to you should definitely use flat wound strings, because when you turn the pick sideways and you have a round wound string, you're gonna have a scratchy, scrapey sound. I can prove that on you. Where's my other stand here? Oh, here it is. So if I'm playing my 7-string guitar, let me show you. I have a round wound string on this thing. So on my 7th string, this is hard to switch between these things too. I'll tell you, everybody. So that 7th string has actually it's a wound 7th string. So listen, you hear that sound? You hear it less here, but I can hear it now because I'm actually not playing that loud, but I can hear it acoustically. But here, you can really hear that scrapey sound. So the George Benson picking technique is basically playing sideways. It really helps you build speed up. So let me show you something right now. I'm going to play a fast rhythm changes song, like I Got Rhythm, and really fast. And it really helps you with playing really, really fast. I'm going to put this up pretty high. Not that. That's slow. I'll put it up to 300. Okay, I'm going to play this at 300 metronome markings per minute. And this technique really helps you play with up tempos, and that could be faster. That's not even that fast. So let me show this. Let me show you. So you get the idea. So I'm using that picking technique because I can get a lot more speed when I'm playing at an angle. Okay? Now I'm still getting warmed up here. And also switching between 6 and 7 strings is not easy for the picking even. To hit the notes correctly, to play on each guitar over, switching between 6 and 7 string is a really kind of tricky for me still. See? So I'm doing 300 quarter note right there. And that's considered up tempo. And I play sometimes with bands much faster than that even. It's kind of crazy. Where it's like when you're playing, you see a fan spinning, you put your fingers in there, the strings feel like that when you're going that fast. So that's a great question. The George Benson picking technique is really great for your technique for playing fast and playing, kind of nice fast tempos. Thank you. Joker Man. Hey Ron, your shorts are very helpful. I'm a new to jazz guitar. I was wondering what kind of scales you play over a major, minor, major 7 chords. So, Joker Man, on minor, major 7 scales, you use melodic minor, or you can use the Dorian also. No, actually, no, melodic minor, or harmonic minor too. So here's an F major. Let me do an A minor, major 7. You can use harmonic minor too. Because that note's in there too, the minor major 7 note. Okay. Oh. Now let me see. John Smith. Sounds great, teacher. Thank you. Hello from Brazil. Watching from Africa. Greetings, everybody. Now, let me see. Do you begin to incorporate chromatic system in my solo? How do you? So chromatic system. That's an interesting question. You know, chromatic notes can be just random notes as well. But in jazz, we like to use chromatic passing tones, chromatic approach notes, all kinds of things like that. So I like to do that a lot. So you can start doing that over like chord tones, between whole steps in your scales, etc. Okay. I'm starting to get real tired now. So everybody. Informative and inspiring. You're welcome, Jonathan, and thank you, Santiago. Can he slap? I can slap on this thing actually, but I don't do it much. So anybody. So there's so many questions here. I could start jazz right away. So thank you everybody for watching. Again, you know I'm gonna finish up now. I gotta eat lunch. I'm getting tired. But if you enjoyed this, please join my Patreon here. Let me show you this. I have so many banners. I can't keep up with this stuff. Here we go. Oh, also, I mean, if you enjoyed this, you know, I'm taking donations of $1 or more. You know, it's not required, but it'll be great. You know, to help support me during this time of no gigs. You know, and mostly teaching at home. But so if you want to donate $1 or more to Ron Jackson Music, please do so. PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to finish up in a second. If I really help you out today, that would be nice. And also, you know, what was I going to say? On my website, ronjacksonmusic.com, I have a sale, 20% off everything. Use code Sunday. Hurry up before the code expires, okay? So you get CDs, you get this book here, Chords at Your Fingertips for 20% off. It's signed and autographed. Also, if you want to join my Patreon, you just go to patreon.com and it's called it's Ron Jackson Music and join my Patreon, okay? So thank you very much for watching, everybody. It was really great having you. I'm going to be doing these live sessions at least once a week or twice or two or three times a week, just answering questions, okay? But there's nothing like a real workshop when I present a workshop where you can actually play or taking a lesson with a guitar teacher like myself, okay? And I'm looking forward to hearing back from you guys. And please follow me. Please share this channel with all your friends and family. And I'll go all over the place and follow me there too. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, wherever. Twitter. Have a great day, everybody. And thank you for watching. Okay. Bye-bye. Here you go. Here you go.